There we go for the intro. How you doing, everybody? DJ Verm here, live. Yes, live on our Wednesday podcast, Just Pure Talk, like usual. Tonight we got Truck Sam that's with us. He's not on the web because he's having issues with his provider. So he can't put his video on, but he could at least talk. So that's the good part. You can talk. How you doing?
Sorry about last week. You know, I'm doing fine, actually. Sorry about last week. I went down for a little bit of nap and I overslept.
No,
like
okay.
I woke up and I'm like, damn, I overslept.
That's okay. I mean, you know, it happens. It's like me. I'm really busy, so sometimes I'm there, sometimes I'm not. So, but tonight I said I'm going to be faithful. Since I done my French podcast yesterday, I could do at least my English one too. So, how you doing, Sam? Kai.
Doing good. I was up at I was up in the mountains today working on the property, so getting more stuff cleared, more stuff moved. So hopefully I'll have enough material to finish my floors Saturday. So
that's good. So is it going to be ready for winter? Are you going to be able to get up there for winter?
If you like a snowshoe.
Okay, but do you snowshoe?
Not a chance.
No, you probably end up in a hospital for 6 months.
I'll probably twist a knee or something or an ankle. I'm still
okay.
But I haven't, I've lost 80 pounds.
Yeah.
And if anybody's ever done the diet thing and then you're trying to get to working out or working again and walking, and it's a struggle. I put myself in this situation, so now I'm working myself out of it. I accept full responsibility. Because I know there's some people out there who be like, well, it's your fault. You got fat because you're the one that ate it. But it tasted good, and I enjoyed it. So,
yeah.
Now I'm enjoying the carnivore diet, and my blood levels are good. I just had a thing with my doctor. I might be coming off blood pressure meds, so it's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm at 21 pounds less. So
nice. Congratulations.
I'm at 214. Can you believe it? 214.
Yeah.
Hey,
Good
it's
job.
getting better. So so our health is going great. So see everybody that's listening to us tonight, we're losing weight. We're melting. We're gonna do like Wizard of Oz, melting. I'm melting. Yeah.
I hope not that bad.
No, I know it's true. Yeah, exactly. So tonight, everybody on the menu is going to be malicious. Going to be a lot of things that we saw. Nothing is really handled or written. We're going to be talking about some different topics, not only politics, but, there's always a little bit of politics that comes in. We're going to be talking something I know I just addressed that China has done their big military parade, and they invited Putin.
We should start there. Yeah, we should start there.
Yeah, they invited Putin. So Putin was in China, and they invited Kim Jong-un. I can't say his name. Kim Jong-un. So they invited him.
North Korea, yeah.
Yeah, North Korea. Yeah, so he was there too with his daughter.
Yes,
first time that the
debut of his daughter. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's the first time that she comes out, and they're saying that she will be the promised one. So if something happens, she's the one taking over. That's what I heard.
That should be interesting.
Did he say instant?
Interesting.
No,
interesting. Okay, interesting.
Because
okay.
Sometimes, what I've seen, women can be very generous, and I've seen some women go really hardcore dictatorship.
Well,
so
it kind of is a dictatorship.
It is. Anyways.
I know, but yeah, but I'm just saying it could be a lot worse too. What?
Cut some heads. I don't know. Like, I mean, I've seen a lot of movies. I've seen a lot of movies, and the women are even more drastic than the men.
Yeah,
you're right.
Yeah.
You know, what are they? You know, what's she gonna do? Thunderdome it? I mean,
or maybe she's gonna put some roses and fairies, and
she's gonna split it up into 13 districts, and maybe the odds be in your
know.
favor. I mean,
exactly.
I mean, it's bad enough that you take anti-aircraft guns for executions.
Well, they got to have practice.
That's pretty drastic there, man.
I mean, no, it's not. Not when it's an execution. Really?
No.
Do you think something's too drastic when it's an execution? I really don't. I mean, if you've really screwed up that bad in your own country where they're going to execute you, I'm telling you what, the bigger the better, I say, because you get hit by an anti-aircraft round, you don't feel a thing. It's done. I mean,
well, definitely at point blank, yeah.
You wouldn't even know. But some guy shoots you with a rifle. Sorry. You still got that, you know, oh crap, I've been shot. Now I'm falling to the ground. I'm gonna die. It's not like it's an instant, like they're shooting you in the brainstem or something. They're shooting you in the heart. You know, you still got a lot of time to think about it, you know, even though it may only be seconds before you hit the ground. You're going to feel that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just find out what they execute for, and you'll be wondering, like, okay, that's a little bit drastic.
Is it? Because people know the rules.
In dictatorship, that's a whole different ballgame.
People know the rules. They know if they do this, they could get executed. They know if they do this, they could go to prison. But they refuse to follow the rules, and then they end up as a political prisoner.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right or wrong, either way, it's the same thing when you violate the speeding limit.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah. You're right.
9 times out of 10, you're probably not going to get caught.
Mm-hmm.
And there's some of us that if we even look at the speedometer wrong, the cops are pulling us over. You know, and you get your ticket or you get your warning and you get sent away, which I've never gotten a warning. I've always gotten a ticket. So I just slow down. Kind of follow.
You slow down like me. I slow down. I do my stops now, and I stop at the red light, and you know.
Well, you got to stop at the red light. I might be coming the other way.
What? Why is he laughing?
Yeah, you might come.
He doesn't think I stopped good enough. I'm a terrible driver because I'm a 4-wheeler.
No, you go a little bit too fast and rip around corners way too sharply.
Why he still thinks he's in Vietnam. Oh no! Did you go to Vietnam? No, you didn't go to Vietnam.
No, I didn't go to Vietnam. I was like 3 when it ended.
Oh, okay. So you didn't go to Vietnam.
But thanks to all those Vietnam vets out there, we really appreciate everything you did. So
exactly.
I do. I mean, they got such a crappy homecoming. It was just terrible. How can people treat you like that?
That was bad when that happened. That would be yes.
So
yeah.
So let's talk about this China guy. What's this China guy? China guy's getting crazy.
I saw there was a special show on YouTube, and I was watching it, and so they done their military parade, and they were showing off like usual. They were showing off all their equipment and all their military thing, and then what's his name said that he's ready. He's ready. Xi Jinping, says that he's ready, and he has a lot of technology. So it's like it's surprising. Maybe not like the United States, but he's kind of ready. He has a lot of stuff, and he was showing it off like usual. Like they always do. They show off, And then he says that he's ready to be the world power, and he's gonna keep the peace. That's what he said.
Well,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I hope that means he's
up there.
Gonna stop sinking, Filipino vessels and stop, doing a lot of the other stuff he's been doing in all these other countries.
Did I hear lately that China tried to attack an American boat,
Or
an
vessel.
American destroyer or something like that? No?
Yeah.
Was it a submarine or was it a
It
submarine?
was not too long ago, but it did not play out well for China.
No, I know. No, it didn't, because states have the technology to know where the hell they are. So, but I mean, they did try. Well,
If you want a good example of what would probably happen if you, and you can look back on what's happened when you attack Navy vessels, U.S. Navy vessels.
Mm-hmm.
Look at Iran. Look at the Houthi.
Mm-hmm.
Iran, we sunk most of their Navy and destroyed 2 of their oil platforms in like an hour. And we went, oops, we went a little too far. Sorry. And then the Houthi tried to do some stuff. So we cruise missiled the crap out of them and sent them back even farther into the Stone Age. It's, you got to know when, and I tell people this is, look, you could pick a fight with the bear, right? But do it smartly. Do it where everybody can see it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And make yourself look like you're the one getting attacked. That way the rest of the world will be on your side. Because if not, it's not going to go well.
Well, look at the Filipino ship that they try to smush. That didn't go well for China.
That was hilarious. Funny. Did you see that?
Yeah,
what was that? So they were chasing down a Filipino ship, and it was the Chinese Coast Guard and the Chinese Navy. They totally missed and collided into each other.
Okay.
And did massive amounts of damage to those ships. I'm surprised the front end didn't fall off the Coast Guard one.
Seriously?
Yeah, it was mangled.
And the bad thing is, they think there was 2 or 3 that got unalived during that collision too.
Well,
off the Coast Guard.
Gene pool.
But hey, it was stupidity. That was their stupidity.
Wow. Okay.
And but that's all happening in that area in the Philippines, around the Philippines, where China says, nope, this is our ancestral blah, blah, blah. We built this little island out here with concrete and sand and put a military base on it. Now you have to stay away 300 miles because now it's our economic zone.
Actually, the court, the international, I think it's the UN court that did it, said, hey, that's not legit.
No, it's not legit.
China keeps on saying, oh, no, it is. And the Philippines at one time said, oh, we'll let you have
it. But the Philippines, the Philippines is a smaller country. They don't stand a chance. Well, they probably stand a better chance against China than most countries that are over there. But it's a uphill battle for the Filipinos.
Yeah, it is. The other thing is, if they want to go that route, Taiwan can say, technically, we were the first government of China, so technically, you bow to us.
Which is what they've been saying.
Yeah, but we keep on blowing off Taiwan like you won't believe. That's BS. There.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If we recognize
Taiwan's a touchy situation. If we go too much into Taiwan, then China's going to get butthurt and do something stupid. And I think, and I know Taiwan knows that. Taiwan has to know if America gets too involved in Taiwan, if we start doing too much over there, that's too close to China, and China will freak out.
Yeah,
and rightfully so. Because if we were a bunch of crazies at the south of Canada, and we were going to go with some other group that was, considered crazy to Canadians, then Canada would be like, whoa, what are you doing? Not around us, you're not.
Give me just a second, okay? Continue.
Yeah, so Taiwan's touchy, man. I don't know how that's gonna. I know if China invades, America's gonna go in.
Oh, I can believe that, but it's something where all these other countries, an agreement we made with China, saying, "Oh, we'll recognize you as the only, and we'll just blow off China, Taiwan." That's BS when we made that deal.
What was the whole deal? Explain it. We did what with China?
When China said, "Oh, you need to recognize us as the China, and you got to recognize Taiwan as not as a country." The U.S. government, I forgot when I think it was back in around Nixon era when he was president, that they made that deal where they recognized China instead of Taiwan and all that, and they don't recognize them as a country at all.
The U.S. does not officially recognize Taiwan as a sovereign state, but it maintains a robust and an unofficial relationship with the self-governing island. This it started as the One China policy in 1979. So yeah, I mean, so
when we made that deal,
I don't even know who was running the country in 1979. I was, very young.
Well, I was only 2 years old, so.
Yeah, so I mean,
sorry guys.
I just don't know how. Yeah, that's before my time.
Yeah, but that screwed over Taiwan. And
I don't think so. I don't think so, because the longer Taiwan's been there, since 1979, they have become more of an independent country. More people recognize Taiwan for being Taiwan.
Not out loud like it is, because there's only like 4 countries that actually recognize them as a country publicly, if I remember right.
But I got a question. Taiwan, is it under the United States or is it China? Why is that? Why is the Americans? Why are the Americans protecting them?
Because technically, Taiwan was actually the first government of China, and it used to be they were 2 parties, and they had a civil war kind of thing.
Yeah,
and they got
the government
shoved out
to
Taiwan, and they set up their own country. Technically, they were the first government of China.
Okay, so they were Chinese.
I officially recognize Taiwan as a country. It means nothing, but it means nothing to the world. But I just want them to recognize me when I formally declare myself a country.
Okay. But are you gonna call yourself a country?
I've thought about doing it. I thought about
your piece of land,
my piece of land, and going, this is a kingdom.
And
all who enter must bow. And yeah.
Okay.
Because I own it outright.
Yeah. I remember, it's been a long time we've been talking about that.
I mean,
well, you don't get recognized by the UN too? Try to go get your seat in the UN?
I do need a seat in the UN. Heck yeah.
So
I think there would be some great financial benefits that come with that.
He's going to be able to build his hut.
Yeah, in peace. No, but I mean, there are places that I have found on the world map that I could set up an island.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like China.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, you're going to be off the grid.
No, that's so far out of economic zones that I don't have to worry about it. I could do my own thing out there. Nobody owns it. It's open ocean. And I could just plop it down, start my own island, right?
Well, why don't
it would be a man-made island.
Yeah, why don't you do like some of the people go just off grid? I mean, you build yourself your like what you're doing right now, but you're building it in a piece of
It is
land.
off-grid.
Yeah. And off grid. You live off grid.
Yeah.
The only problem I'd see is the water. You know, does that place have sustainable water?
You could get water out of seawater.
Yeah, but that's
if you
kind of expensive.
if you have a good system,
It's called a solar still. It's free. It runs on the sun.
Well, yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, I mean, he's going to have a system. Same thing for the heat, and same thing for the electricity. I mean, you know, people that go off grid.
And when you're that far offshore, and you say, "My land," now I just make sure it's on a shipping channel, and now I have a 300-mile economic zone around my island, and anybody that comes in there to do anything, I can charge them fees. I can charge them, you know, I can do, you know, I can have my own Coast Guard to go out there and make sure they're properly outfitted to be in my waters.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? Tell me no? Okay. Hate to be you. Some country's going to supply me weapons.
Yeah.
You have enough money, anybody, some of these third world countries will sell you anything they got.
Oh, Russia will probably sell you a nuke.
Yeah. I could become a nuclear power.
Yeah, I wonder how long that would last.
Yeah, let's start the whole schmutz. Yeah.
No, I wouldn't do that. You would have to be at like the end of your rope to do that.
Oh yeah.
Because the aftermath, you have to think about what's going to happen after people launch nukes. It's going to be years of devastation.
Well, I don't even want to stay. I don't.
No, it'll be years. So like,
if you thing would be almost like Fallout, or
if
like
you
Terminator.
launched a nuke into low Earth orbit, say over Denver, detonated over Denver, and low Earth orbit is not high altitude; it's low altitude. So and you detonated it in the atmosphere or above the atmosphere in space. The EMP, not the nuclear explosion. Of course, you'd get fallout from that, but it would drift all over the place. But the EMP would knock out most of the electrical grid in the United States and Canada.
Yeah, Starfish Prime already proved that.
And if you did that, it would take years to rebuild the electrical grid. Just to rebuild the electrical grid. Okay. So, no gas pumps, no electricity for refrigeration. Your buddy down the street that's on insulin, he's dead. Anybody that's got a CPAP is at a high risk of dying. Anybody that has medical equipment at home, they have to keep charged for oxygen and all that, they're dead. Grocery stores are out of food in 3 days, but you're going to have to pay cash because the electronic stuff's not going to work. So, and that's if people show up to work.
Yeah.
And so in 3 days, in 7 days, X amount of the population is already dead, dying, or starving.
Yeah.
The ones that are making it are banding into groups and they're raiding homes. And the whole system collapses in less than 7 days.
So then you'll get shot anyways.
Probably.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Unless you join his group. You know, the guy that's going to come up.
Well, you could join my kingdom and be a loyal servant, and I will be happy to help protect you.
Yeah. Blah, blah, blah.
Because it's my way or the highway, baby.
That's it. But
I joke about that, but I'm serious.
No, I know, but I mean, you know, we're talking the talk. It's a good topic. I mean, if it would be me, I wouldn't even want to stay. Where's it gonna fall? Okay, I'll go
Um,
close. It's not going to evaporate.
No, but I'm going to fight so my kids have a chance.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to show them
Well-
how to do it.
Well,
Oh,
be
no.
honestly,
Who's going to show them how
best
to
way-
garden and hunt?
that's true.
Who's going to show them how to make traps? Who's going to show you?
Yeah.
Best thing to do to solve a lot of these problems was get rid of one group that would solve a lot, and get rid of half the world's population, and it actually become more decent. That's a bad thing to say, but it's the honest truth. You know, it's like when we have a smaller group, everybody works a lot better. But when you get bigger groups, we're like
You sound like the world order people. Like we're going to exterminate half the world, and bring it down to, population levels that are doable. Or are we going to just help people and be nice?
Well, we're getting to
I
the
don't know
point
if it's
where
gonna
we're
happen.
at the breaking point of the world can only handle so much, production before, you can't produce enough food and everything else starts breaking down. It's like that.
You can't produce
Soylent
enough. You can't produce enough food because why? Because I have an explanation on why we can't produce enough food.
Okay. Why?
It's because we are not willing to adopt new practices. We're not willing to
Mhm.
adopt things that are ecologically sound and environmentally friendly. Even though the production may be less, we're not willing to put food growing in spaces that are not considered places to grow food, like rooftops, old train trestles, walking gardens. We want to plant pretty garden. We want to plant pretty landscaping in our yard, when traditionally yards back before the 1930s were used to grow a garden. They weren't used to grow grass, unless you had
you're
a
right.
goat.
Actually, look at World War II. Back, they used to have victory gardens. Yep.
Yeah.
The victory gardens. And
Where they had to
were
go tell
producing-
people, hey, dig up your yard, put in a garden so you can make fresh vegetables. And
that
today,
helped out.
and in today, how many people do you know that garden?
Not many.
Not too many.
How many people can their own food?
Not too many.
How many people vacuum seal, freeze dry, do any of that? That you know?
Only a
Very
kind.
small amount.
Only me. I bet you I'm the only one
Well, I vacuum pack. I vacuum pack.
that you
I
may
have that.
know that does that stuff.
Yeah.
How many people do you know that cure their own meat?
I don't know too many.
It's very rare. But that was a skill back in the 30s and 40s that everybody knew.
Yeah.
They knew some
Hunting.
version of something that was a family recipe, unless you were a city boy. But
Yeah.
even in the city, they still, these Italian families were still curing meat in their basement. They were making vino in the garage. They were, the Germans were making sauerkraut, and and everybody traded.
Yeah. Do you hear voices?
I do. And in French.
Okay. I'll try to cut this off a bit. Okay. Continue talking, guys.
Somebody's parlez-vous in Francais. And
Yeah.
it's all right. It's all good. But that's the thing that, do we do that anymore? Nobody does that anymore.
No.
Hunting nowadays is either an expensive hobby that people do, or it's something they do for status. There are very few hunters. There's very few hunters out there that I know that actually do it for food.
True. And the other thing is, a lot of it's also anti-hunters make it difficult to go hunting too. So that doesn't help out. You know, they don't understand. We're doing a population control on these animals. You know, there are actually more animals than there was back in Christopher Columbus times, because back then that was their major source of food. You know, now we have cattle, sheep, and everything else. So, you know, the wildlife population has boomed, and that's why
Yeah.
there's so many, you know, like you see squirrels run over, there's accidents with deer and everything else. You know, they
Mhm.
let us hunt.
I can't grow certain things in my yard because the deer mow them down. And I'm not allowed to do anything.
Yeah.
I'm not allowed to do anything. I got 8 beautiful bucks that stand out in my yard.
You serious? Yeah.
Oh, I'm serious.
Mhm.
I will snap some
Oh,
pictures
yeah.
and send them to you. I had last week, I had mama bear and 2 cubs in my driveway. In my driveway.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yep. And that's normal.
Hell, that one time I was home, there's actually one wolves. What was it, coyote or wolf?
Coyote.
I think it was a coyote. There was one that was right there in the front yard.
Yep. Like a coyote. I had a coyote outside my bedroom window eating a rabbit one morning. And I live in town.
Yeah.
And the coyote populations are getting out of control.
They are. Right? They're getting out of control.
They are. The packs are huge here in town.
Are they gonna?
I'm
Are they gonna?
waiting
Are they
for
gonna?
them to start taking down people. That's how big they are.
Okay, but are they gonna pass a law where you're allowed to shoot them?
Oh heck no! Are you kidding me? This state? No.
Those
Oh, no.
bleeding hearts.
Too many tree huggers.
Yep.
They voted to bring back wolves in the state of Colorado.
Okay. Wow.
Okay. We already have wolves. We've already had wolves. We've had wolves in this state for years. You know, it was still on their state like endangered list. You're not allowed to hunt them or trap them or do any of that stuff. So they brought wolves in at the cost of $1 million a piece to bring these wolves in. Okay. Well, now the wolves that they've put down are attacking farmers' livestock because it's an easy kill.
For sure.
And now the farmers are having a hard time getting paid for their losses because by the time they find the cow, every other animal's gotten to it too. And they're like, oh, no, it could have been a mountain lion kill or it could have been this kill. No, just the first initial kill was probably a wolf. And now they want to get a committee together separate from the Department of Wildlife to tell farmers what they can and can't do on their land if there's wolves in that area.
Okay.
And I'm like, this is ridiculous. How about we round up all those wolves and release them where the people voted for them in Denver Metro City?
That'd be interesting to see.
So when they're eating your dogs and your cats and they're eating your next door neighbor, are you going to think it's such a great idea to bring wolves back? Because they also want to bring back grizzly bears. And if you don't know anything about grizzly bears, those fools are big. They are huge.
Yeah, grizzly bears. Yeah.
They are 10 foot tall and bulletproof, buddy. It takes a lot to stop a grizzly. Their hands, their paws are bigger than your head.
Serious?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go look it up.
No, but I mean, I've seen some in
Dude,
I mean, I've never seen a wildlife one.
Do this. Yeah. Put it on the side of your head. Okay. And that's the bear paw. It'd be bigger than your hand doing this. And then it's got claws. Dude,
and they're very aggressive too.
You're a snack. And they defend their territory.
Especially when they're hungry, eh?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They are an apex predator. That's one of those things that like people are like, oh, do you want to hunt a grizzly? No. Just like I really don't want to hunt mountain lions and I don't want to hunt wolves unless I have to.
What caliber does it take to take a grizzly down? I forgot. I know it's a pretty good sized
You
caliber.
could do it with a shotgun, but I mean, if you want to get that close, I mean.
But I mean, at a distance. I mean, what caliber? It's like
I don't know
like
what
almost
you
like
use.
50?
308, 30-06, 8mm, something big and heavy. 375 H&H, something 4570, something that hits like a Mack truck.
Elephant gun.
Yeah.
But
An elephant gun. No?
30mm. I agree.
With the big bullets?
Big bullets, like 30mm in diameter.
Yeah, exactly. I saw that. I saw
I
that.
have a 30mm. I'll bring it up. I have a 30mm demonstration piece. I'll bring it up.
Oh yeah, you should.
I'll bring it up next week.
We should have a gun night.
Oof. I don't know if we should.
Oh boy. Yeah,
but, gun night show and tell. I'm not putting that on the
I
air.
didn't say you got to shoot him. You got to talk about him, not shoot him.
Yeah,
God.
but
You're scared of people around your place.
Yeah. If they knew what
You're not in the countryside anymore. Eh?
some of them know. Some of my neighbors are like-minded, and they know. And I don't have any problems. We get along great.
Yeah. Well, at least
it's the upper ones that have a problem.
It's the ones that are gone the rest of the year. I live in a neighborhood where literally 70% of the neighborhood is gone about mid-August.
Oh yeah,
and
why?
They will not be back till April.
They don't want to stay there in the winter?
Nope. This is their spring, summer home, and then after that, they are gone.
God. Airbnb? No, you told me that doesn't exist.
They don't allow that. Yeah. They don't allow Airbnb in here.
So the houses are like vacant for...
Vacant. Staff will come by, clean the house, make sure their lawn's taken care of, walk through the house. Some of them shut their whole house down, turn the water off and blow out the line so nothing freezes and turn the temperature down. And yeah.
There we go. God.
Yeah.
Rich people, eh?
They are
pretty much.
Well, they have to be rich to do that. I mean, I wouldn't do that. Not that I don't got money, but I mean, you know what I mean? I mean, I don't have 2-3 houses. So.
Yeah, but if you left your house for a couple months, say you were leaving for half the year, 4 months.
Yeah.
Say you're going to leave for the winter season in Canada. What's that? 4 to 5 months?
6 to 7.
6 to 7 months. So let's say 6 months.
Yeah.
And you're going to jump in the RV and do the old RV thing across the southern United States where it's warm. And then make your way back up north when it's cold.
Yeah.
If nobody's staying in your house, why would you leave the water on?
Well, for sure, no.
Would you turn the furnace down?
Well, yeah.
If like 50?
Home. Yeah.
That's exactly what they're doing.
Yeah. Just enough so it doesn't freeze.
Yeah, I would shut off the water, blow out my pipes. When I come back, that's 30 minutes at most to turn all that back on.
Yeah, well, the minute you turn the water, you just let it drip, and that's it.
Yeah.
You put antifreeze in your joints?
You can. You can put antifreeze in your P-traps and all that, and laundry sinks and all that. All that stuff where it may freeze. But if you keep your house at 50-something degrees, and some of these new alarms that you have will tell you if your house is going to freeze, and you can send the furnace guy over. Hey, go fix my furnace. Yeah. It's some really cool technology in alarms systems nowadays. CO2, fire, all that stuff. So I got an article that I'm just dying to talk about.
Well, go ahead.
So, has everybody seen the video of the drug
right
ship?
now.
The
Yeah.
drug ship coming up, and they say it's La Trena Agua, and the U.S. government missiles it.
No.
You haven't seen that? I put a link down there in the thing in the private chat you can look at, and then you could probably give that link out publicly. But so it shows a U.S. missile strike on a Venezuelan drug boat. And
Oh yeah, I've heard that this morning. Yeah.
I guess like 11 people got killed in that strike or something like that. Maybe
Yeah.
11 people. But I'm like, I'm to the point of this invasion of drug ships and drug cartels and all this stuff. We are way too nice as a country trying to defend our sovereignty and defend our people. To go, look, we told you to stop, pull over so the Coast Guard can check your stuff. And you're like, nah, I'm going to keep running. And I've been in some countries around the world where when the cop turns on his siren, you better be pulling over.
Well, for sure.
Because if not, the machine gun's coming out and you're dying.
Mm-hmm. You have something to hide.
Well, yeah, you're yeah, you could be a guerrilla, you could be, working with FARC, you could be someone, anyway. They do not play around.
No.
And we are so nice when it comes to like, guy flies across the border in his Cessna low to avoid radar. He's a drug plane. And then a helicopter chases him back across the border. And he does it 3 days later. He gets over and he finally finds a window through to cross over and sneak his drugs in. Well, if you're not going to land, shoot him out of the sky, I say.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot their engine out.
That's what I've been saying for years. We're too nice.
We're too nice. But so I see this missile strike and everybody's up in arms. Like, oh my God, how could you do that? And I'm about, me personally, my feeling, because I used to do some of this stuff, is it's about damn time.
Yeah.
And I don't know how the rest of the world feels about it. I understand some people are upset. And they're like, where's their, the justice in that when you just kill them? And I'm like, well, I'll tell you what, the next boat, going to think twice.
Well, that's what we usually say. It's an example. I don't think we have to kill the people, but I mean, it's an example. I mean,
I'm sorry, Berm, but we have opened our hearts too much, and this is what got us. It's the same thing with the immigration process. With all these immigrants in, now we're dealing with a lot of crime. We try to play nice with the rest of the world, and they step all over us. We say, hey, stop the drug trafficking, or we'll stop it. And that's what we did. We stopped it. We say, hey, stop. They kept on running.
I get where Vermeersch coming from. I understand what he's saying. But I would like to add to it that to think about how many people's lives by destroying that boat saved.
Oh,
a lot.
I mean,
is the death of 11 people worth the lives that would have been destroyed by that product? It's a heavy question. It really is. If you don't have the mindset for it and you've never done things like that, is the death of somebody trying to bring something in illegally to kill people
or get addicted
worth it?
I still believe in justice.
I do too.
A boat, a patrol boat, or whatever, military boat, whatever you want, gets to that boat, hops in, maybe shoots one or two because he has no choice because they have guns. But I mean, at the end of the day, they grab him, they put him in the Brinks, and they bring him to justice. And
Yeah,
the
and
boat,
they get
and the
deported.
boat can be destroyed.
They get
And the
deported.
boat-
They serve 0 time.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they
They
do
get
it
deported
again.
out. They get deported out of the country, and then they do it again.
Well,
There are
It has to
people.
stop.
There are people, and I know this for a fact, that are like frequent flyer club members at the county jail.
Yeah.
For the same criminal offenses over and over and over again.
yeah, I'm not for. It's hard to say because I mean, you know,
Where's my justice as a taxpayer?
yeah,
That's
yeah,
that,
I know. But
you know what I'm saying? You know how I'm saying?
Truck Sam says we've been too nice.
I think
mean,
we have been too
all-
nice.
All the countries have been too nice. All. It's not just the Americans. America has always been.
Poland is not putting up with it.
No, I know.
Oh, yeah.
But
They're
there's
Did you see the latest immigration thing from Poland where the guys cut a hole in the fence that's styled like our fence on the southern border? They cut a hole in the fence and started crossing over. In like 30 seconds, there were Polish military there, guns were drawn, and people were getting forced onto the ground and getting arrested.
Well, that's
They were not
where
playing
I'm
around.
at. You are not, if you're illegal, that's what we're hearing these days. If you're in the real illegal and you're trespassing, I understand that. You don't shoot them on action. You don't shoot them in the.
If you're illegal, you've already broken a felony. You've already committed a felony.
No, I know.
Well, in my
know.
way, I look at it like if they can't follow basic laws of how to get in this country, and yes, it does take time to get in this country. Now, if you take the time and do it, I respect you. I mean, I really respect you. Now, if you jump over that border, I have a problem with you. You
No, I
are
know.
a
I'm
terrorist
with
in
you on
my
that.
eyes.
Yeah. I'm with
And
you
you
on
should
that.
be shot. I'm sorry, but you can't follow basic rules. And how can I trust you? Plain and simple.
Should they be shot or turned into work camps?
Shot.
I think work camps would
On
work
site.
better
No.
for the
It
first
would send a
offense.
message.
I mean,
Well,
I'm
the
a
thing
little
is,
bit more with a
we
Kai
don't
on
know
that.
what they're doing. We don't know why
Yeah.
they're jumping the border. If they
But
can't
it's a
follow
human
basic
being.
laws like that,
I mean,
well,
it's a
it's the
human
same thing.
being.
I understand. I understand some of these people are trying to escape poverty or conditions worse
Well,
than
poverty
it's
or
in their
even,
country.
gang members or whatever. Yeah.
Gang members trying to escape, from gorillas in the jungle, and they go, "Screw this! We're heading to America."
Because it's been sold as the freedom. It's been sold.
The
All
other thing
countries.
is, they have rules. Every country has rules of immigration.
Yeah.
Honestly, we should invade Mexico. Mexico letting it happen. They are invaders. We should just take it all the way down
every
to
country,
Panama.
every country that's there, all the way south, Guatemala, all those guys. If you tell them like, "Hey, I'm going to the U.S.," they will let you by as long as you keep walking. Like, I'm going to the United States.
Yeah.
Okay. And every one of those countries could have stopped those guys, but they don't have the manpower. They don't have the resources to send these people. We are, as a country, spending billions on transportation of these illegals.
Well, look at
Because
Chicago.
we got to ship them all back.
Yeah.
But I mean, you're
We're
not
being nice
spending it
about
on
that.
income tax, or you're not spending it on giving them free stuff. You're sending them back. So it's one fee. Postal code.
But we are giving them welfare and food stamps and social services and Medicare. And you come into this, there was and some of that's changed. But there was a point where you came in as an illegal you got more subsidies and government programs than a citizen.
Okay.
They actually took money, and FEMA paid for some of these illegal aliens that took money out of our disaster relief. You know, I'm sorry, that's stupid. That was supposed to be meant for disaster relief, not spent on illegals. And hell, Chicago's in debt by, I think it's like $600 million because of them.
That's another thing that's blowing my mind.
You know, we've spent so much money on
The
these
amount
illegals.
of debt that our countries are racking up, our cities are racking up, our local municipalities are racking up because they think they have a free credit card and they can just spend.
Yep.
The roosters are going to come home to roost. Somebody's going to have to pay that bill.
But they tried to cut. And I mean, if I look at what's happening, they tried to cut with Doge.
Yeah.
And on the other end, we have that big bill.
program.
We have that big,
Great
beautiful
program.
bill.
And then we go, oh, we've saved all this money. Now we're going to spend it all.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know that
That's
he's
BS
the
there.
president that's going to spend the most. At the moment, he's been audited as being the president that's going to spend the most money.
No.
In all the presidents.
Obama has
No,
spent
never mind.
more money.
No.
Yes,
it's
because
shown. I have to get the graphic. I have to get the graphic. I showed that. I talked to you. Sorry, I'm cutting you off. I'm sorry. I've had the graphics before. I showed them on the air one day, and it was showing that the money being spent at the moment with that big beautiful bill, it's more than billions of dollars.
Obama raised our deficit by a couple of trillion.
Okay. The president credited with the largest percentage of increased national debt in the 20th century is Franklin Delano Roosevelt.
Yeah.
FDR put us way in debt. Just saying. Joe Biden is at 4.7 trillion in debt. Donald Trump is currently at 4.8 trillion. Barack Obama, 7.7 trillion.
How much did Roosevelt put us in debt?
What did you just say?
How much did Roosevelt put us in debt?
Sorry, it came out like vroom, 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 vroom. I'm going, is he talking German? Sorry.
Abraham Lincoln presided over a 40-fold increase in national debt to finance the Civil War. Woodrow Wilson increased the national debt specifically to fund the war effort in World War I. So, currently Barack Obama is the leader. Now, Trump's not done with his term. If he adds another 4.8 trillion, he'll be the leader. And what I think Verm is saying is he's projected to spend that money.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was a projection. I mean, they were saying how much money has been spent and will be spent because the other ones are not there anymore. So.
Yeah, but no, the thing is, we're cleaning up what Biden did, and most of that probably is dealing with the illegal aliens.
We need to clean up all the way back to 1800s.
I was going to say exactly that. You stop talking about just Biden, man. It's everybody. And don't forget,
politician.
It's everybody, and they have been elected, either legal or illegal. They have been elected by Americans. So technically, your fault. I'm going to say it out loud. It's like us in Canada. It's the same thing.
Is it our fault?
We have governments that spend like hell.
Is it our fault?
Yeah,
because
no,
I'm going to go conspiracy theory on you. I am going to go full tilt conspiracy theory. That no matter how I vote, it doesn't matter because at a press of a button, they can change the entire thing.
No, you're right.
And
you're
there's
right.
no paper trail. There's no evidence. And if you copy the evidence or you transmit the evidence to somebody so you can go, see, look, this makes 0 sense on how many people voted here because we had 105% voter turnout in districts that don't have that many people to start with. So how do you have 105% voter turnout? And when somebody hands it over, they spend 9 years in jail. Tina Peterson, Colorado.
Mm-hmm. No, you're
gave
right.
over Dominion voting machine data that somebody used, a famous pillow person, used that data to prove that Dominion was cheating.
Mm-hmm. But that's what I'm saying.
So
elections are.
Do you really have, unless it's a paper ballot and you can go physically count it, I don't think it'll ever be a fair election.
Well, we have paper ballots.
I agree with that.
We don't.
I agree with Kai with that.
We have mail-in ballots here, or it's digital. It's not a paper ballot. Like if you went to a polling place and you wanted to vote, it's a digital thing. It's not even. Sometimes it's been like a Scantron thing, but
how much money, how much income tax or whatever you call them, how much money has been spent over the years on just keeping the military technology up a notch?
A lot.
How much has Donald Trump? I'm not.
How much is
pointing
national
him.
defense worth? Though?
It's 900. What is it? 900? Is it million or billion? I don't know. That he's giving to the military to keep everything up, a notch.
Yeah,
that's a lot of money.
It is, but the military doesn't upgrade their equipment. It's civilian companies that do it.
Yeah.
We're not paying for the R&D and research. We're not paying for all that stuff. It's a civilian company like Lockheed or Boeing that goes, hey, I got this super whiz cool jet that our engineers thought of, or this new missile that we thought of that does X, X, and X, which will step you up to be able to take down 5th-gen Chinese fighters.
And you're right.
And
but that's what I'm saying.
But when another country produces a 5th-gen fighter, do you stay with 4th-gen or do you produce your own 5th-gen to compete with that?
Yeah. But we're still talking about the money spent. We're talking about in debt, money spent.
But the other thing is, we're talking about multiple things here. We're talking about military spending. We're talking about immigration spending. Them are two different things. Right now we're cleaning up the immigration from the last presidency. Because he let all these people in. We're having to hunt these people down.
Say we're cleaning up immigration from Reagan.
I was going to
take it however you want, but Reagan gave amnesty.
Immigration has not gone in the last 4 years. Immigration's gone in how many years? You're talking about Reagan.
Since Reagan granted amnesty. Reagan said, if you're living in this country illegally, file the paperwork, you'll become, you can start the path to U.S. citizenship, and there will be no more amnesties after this. So do it now or forever hold your peace.
Yeah, and when was it when slavery?
That was in the 80s, I think.
Yeah, but when was the slavery? What year was that when they were having slaves to do cotton ball things and all that?
That's like over 200 years ago.
Yeah. Yes, but were they legal or were they illegal?
They were considered property.
Yep.
Okay.
So technically, when they came in and when they were bought, no, that's two different things there, Verm.
Slave ships went to Africa to buy slaves from Arabs and Africans that captured their own people. And we bought the slaves, loaded them on a boat, brought them over here to work the sugar plantations and the cotton foundations and the gins and all that stuff. But what's interesting is when you start researching that, some of the first people to own slaves in this country, guess
For
who
the
they
black
were?
person.
Were black people.
Yep.
To run their
They haven't.
plantations.
Yep.
So, and then they want to have reparations now.
Oh God.
How do you decide who gets reparations?
We should
By
be
the skin of by the color of your skin? Is that how we're going to do it?
I don't know.
Like, or are we going to, who's going to pay reparations to the 400,000 Union soldiers that fought for their freedom?
Yeah.
To their families that lost the economic gain because their husbands were dead.
Yeah.
Or their sons.
Yep.
And on top of that, we're
and then we go to the Indians.
We paid enough.
Do we owe them reparations? Do we owe them anything?
Well, we did take their land illegally.
Yeah, but so did they.
No, it was their land before.
No, it was somebody else's land before they got it. They weren't the first people there.
The Indians were the first people here.
No, they weren't. They killed another tribe.
Yeah.
Well, it depends where they were.
But I mean, there's a lot of arguments about this. I mean,
no, man. I must have not
200
history.
years. I mean, and we've given them allowances. We get, we pay them like on a monthly thing, like
well,
like
for sure,
they
because you wanted
all their
peace.
reservations, all their reservations on their land,
tax free, and it.
Yes, but
you
wanted
reservations on their lands, and they also get to be United States citizens too.
Yeah,
yeah,
but it's like us with the Canadian citizens.
But we paid for over 200 years.
Indian. What?
It's not my fault. I had nothing to do with it. Why am I still responsible?
Of what?
For all the tragedy of slavery, tragedy of, when we went back on our word with the Indian people, it's been over 200 years. We've done enough reparation, and we gave them, their own land to do what they want. We stay out of it. The only people that can intervene is the feds, and that's very lightly, they have to tread on that part. But it's something where we pay them monthly. We give them tax breaks. We give them all this stuff. And we've done it for over 200 years. How much more does it need to go on?
It's the same thing as World War II with the Jewish and the Germans. How long
are you going to make the German people pay for the sin of one man?
I mean, the people that are now living mainly don't even know the heck of what happened. They only know by history.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it's like the only thing is, how long does it have to go on?
Now, I know.
There's a point where there's a point of saying
this is a legit
enough
question.
is enough.
Like how long do we have to feel guilty as a people, or have to show reverence, or have to, kowtow or to your group of people because somebody in my group of people offended you? How many years does that have to go on for?
I don't know.
It really pisses me off.
It's a hard question to answer, right?
Yeah, it's a good question. It's a good question.
Well,
and both sides have legitimate reasons.
Yep.
Like, hey, you took our land. You took my father's land.
Yep.
Well, but your father killed somebody else and took it from them.
Yep.
Or took it from another tribe. Or took it from, when that farmer bought the land that he legally owned, that you didn't own.
Mm-hmm.
And then you came in and killed his whole town.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody talks about that. Nobody talks about the massacres, the wagon train massacres, or, just people just trying to make a living, trying to make, find a place to live. And they got massacred by these people.
Yep.
And the other thing is, when something's not going right with that person, like they're losing the argument, and next thing you know, oh, you're a racist, or
that's mute. But
but
there's a lot of that stuff going on, like, and I don't agree with everything that happened to these people. I don't agree with them being taken out of their homes and forced into Christian schools. I don't agree with the forced sterilization programs that they try to push through. I don't agree. And it just didn't happen in this country. It happened in a lot of countries around the world. That awful stuff happened to these groups of people. I get it. But I didn't do it. So it's not guilt by association because I didn't do it. My dad didn't do it. My grandfather didn't do it. So I think I'm so far removed from it that I just don't care anymore.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, not that you don't
why
care,
do we have to keep
it
paying
doesn't
on?
belong to you. It's not that you don't care. It just doesn't belong to you.
No, it doesn't belong to me.
But
I don't know anything
why
about
do we have to keep paying for it? Why do we have to keep feeling guilty about it?
You're going to have to ask them.
They won't give you an answer. They won't.
Well, then I can't.
Because it's a source of power for them.
It is, but that's like any. I mean, we could go on. We could
do this for hours. But
yeah, because I mean, what about Israel with Hamas? You know, I mean, why are they bombarding, killing throwing the whole city, killing people that they shouldn't be killing? I mean, we have a lot of things we could talk. Why is Russia attacking Ukraine? Why are they killing civilians?
Yep.
War, you're not supposed to kill civilians.
It don't matter nowadays. It doesn't matter.
Who decided we're not supposed to kill civilians?
Yeah.
Anybody? No, hold on. Who decided that? When did that come about? Because it's a good history point.
Okay, I mean,
the Geneva Convention, maybe.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Geneva Convention.
Yeah.
Where we go, militaries need to attack militaries or military targets, not civilian targets, right?
Yeah.
But Russia never signed the Geneva Convention. Therefore, they don't play by Geneva Convention rules. That's why
they didn't sign
the Germans. That's why the Germans kept Russians in separate prison camps and treated them a whole lot worse than American prisoners.
Okay.
Because Russia didn't sign the Geneva Convention. Germany did. So there was a protocol in there for prisoners and prisoner exchange and what we can target. Well, and the Russians are very bitter that Germans came in wholesale and wiped out entire towns and killed everybody in the town. But you didn't sign the Geneva Convention. So why do I have to play by the rules?
Yeah.
It's the same thing with Moss. The Moss didn't sign nothing, and what they do, they always attack civilian targets. So why should Israel be nice and only do military?
Have they signed the agreement?
Huh?
Have Israel signed?
Does Israel sign the Geneva Convention? I do not know. I can look it up really quick.
I think they have. If I remember right, they have. But it's something where, they, with Moss, they pretty much, they make sure their bases are hospitals, schools, and everything else. How can you bomb and take out military targets without taking out civilian targets when they do stuff like that?
They signed it in 1949, but there was 2 additional protocols that were added in 51 and 77, and they have not ratified those.
But they still signed the primary Geneva Convention.
Yeah.
So they're what I would call a responsible thing. Whenever
those additional protocols are aimed to offer more protection to armed conflict, especially civilians. So they didn't sign that part.
But it's not the primary.
So whatever they're doing over there, they're doing within Geneva Conventions, the one they signed. But Hamas, I believe, has never signed the Geneva Convention.
No.
No.
And we are going to have to bring this to a next show because we are already at 10 minutes off. I mean, over. Proudly given by the team here. So, Akai, I'm going to ask you to do your thing.
Please like and subscribe. Go out to all our social medias or wherever you found us and like and subscribe. It helps our numbers right there, and we really appreciate it. Also, go out to our web store at vermlandradio.com. The new thing's up, and you can buy the cup. It's
there
wonderful.
we go. That's beautiful.
It held ice for like 2 days. It was beautiful on my kitchen counter.
The
So-
Just Pure Talk cup.
Just pure talk. Yeah.
Yep.
I use it. Comes with a metal straw, plastic lid. It's very lovely. So
Yeah. So
It
thank
makes
you very
nice
much,
thumping
everybody.
noise.
Yeah. Thank you very much, everybody. We've been a lot of people tonight, and thank you for listening to Just Pure Talk. And we'll be back on Wednesday next week. So have a nice one, everybody.